place to go, countries with no language. Then after that, I feel like I have to build my company. I built my company almost 3 years later. It was about like $4.5 million company with almost 55 Swedish employees. And what I did that, not just helping police officers and private investigators and all this stuff. I did this because I feel that Swedish people rejected me one after each other. Why? Because I'm come from another country. I said, you know what? I make a decision now. I am going to build my own company, and you are going to pick me to hire you. This is me now, Fia Johansson. So now I'm not going to be a blondie lady, but I'm going to be the black hair lady with a lot of power of will. So my will power make my company became super successful back in Stockholm. Almost 8 years ago, I felt that I have to move to America. I find my love of my life. And when I come here, I felt, okay, you left your country, the way that you love, basically after so many years, and now you want to just start from scratch. So I knew about 5 languages already, but my English was not good at all. So I couldn't barely speak English. I was like, okay, start it again, Miss Fia. Now this time, maybe English is much easier than and faster than Swedish. So that was all I had. And now I have over $5.5 million, almost $6 million company, and actually have over 250 employees worldwide that are working for me in America. So everything is possible, even you don't know about the language. So remember that deaf and blind always will help you and send love and passion to yourself and anything and everything you want. Everything is possible. Welcome to Avid Awakening, a beautiful, gorgeous wellness center who will adjust you mentally, emotionally, and physically. Also, it will help you to manifest your finance, anything and everything you desire for. This place is a very beautiful place which is located in Corona del Mar. So please book your appointment today.
Magical Window with Reverend Elliot.
Reverend Elliot.
Live from magic-works.com.
Call 888-454-2751.
That's 888-454. Outside the U.S. and Canada,
It's 1-919-41-5615.
this is Reverend Elliot's Magical Window on A1R.
Radio Network.
Greetings, friends. There's the cards being shuffled up. This is Reverend Elliot coming on Radio Network from the heart of New York City, where we're going to spend the next hour looking through the magical window of the tarot. I call it the magical window because tarot allows us to see things that our senses do. Senses are so weak. Oh gosh, our senses are, a bit more. A vulture. I think a vulture owns the building I live in too. Well, I don't think vultures, but we need to get some help in life every now and then. Once in a while, we have some situations that we're not sure about, and we want to get some clarification. And the tarot is a time-honored method of doing it. It's a set of 78 cards, mystical cards. Shuffling them up again. Cards that appeal to the subconscious and open up new vistas in our lives and allow us to take a look at things that our senses do not perceive, and we can find out what's happening, what other people are doing, what people in our lives are thinking. It's a marvelous tool, and as I said, people have been using them for hundreds. The oldest known tarot deck is like from the year 1400 and change, so we're talking about the 15th century, and that's a long time ago, and people have been using them for ages. Some say people have been using them before that. That's just the oldest deck we have. In fact, if you want to learn more about tarot, there are so many books on the market. Why not mention a new book? My book called, guess what, Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. You can find it by going to magic-works.com. Scroll down, there's a link to it. You can find the book also, which is sold through Amazon, at mojoacademy.org. It's my book explaining all my tarot experiences and how you too can learn to read the tarot. What my particular tarot book unique is that it comes with a CD. It's a multimedia book. CD of actual, real, unrehearsed, spontaneous tarot readings. So you can read the book and you can slip that disc into your CD player and you can hear genuine readings, just like you're going to hear tonight. We're going to do an hour's worth of readings tonight. Oh gosh, I love this. I had a flu. I was so lucky to pick up a flu, right? But it kept me off the air here for 2 weeks. And I've just been going crazy wanting to talk to the Ask One radio crowd because I do this every Wednesday, 9 Mountain and 8 Pacific. And I've been doing it for several years now. And I just love doing it. And I hated missing it. But when you're sick, you're sick. So now I've got the cards all shuffled up. We'll get into more of the specifics about magic. I'll tell you more about some books I've written, including the book Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, which you can find at mojoacademy.org. Got to get that plug in because it's a wonderful book, I think. I wouldn't have written it otherwise. And you'll be able to read along with the readings that you hear on the disc, and you'll be able to learn a little bit about tarot because I call it a metaphysical tarot journey. Like the other tarot books out there, the millions of tarot books saying this. No, it goes much deeper. It allows you to interpret. It allows you to do what you need to do to get that tarot to become your magical window. Well, we're all shuffled up now. We'll get into more of that stuff about the books later. But Jamar in Savannah is our first caller, and let's pull the magical window and look through the window for Jamar in Savannah. Hi, Jamar.
Hello?
Hi, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing well. What can I look at for you tonight?
Well, I don't know if this would be a good question for the cards, but
why not? Let's see what we get.
Yeah, let's see. I was wondering, like, am I on the shaman path? Like, I wonder if I'm an actual shaman that's incarnated.
Well, you've called before, correct?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, we've spoken before. We've spoken a couple of times. So if you have a question, just lay the question on me and we'll see what the cards say.
Well, I want to know if I'm a shaman. Well, I know I'm into music, but I just want to know if I'm a shaman.
You want to know if you're a shaman?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
you know, I'll take a look. I'll see what the cards show. But frankly, I think that you know the answer. If you want to be, you can be one. It's a matter of training. It's a matter of learning. What do I have here? Yep, I have the card, the Hermit. Now, the card of the Hermit shows a man with a lantern who guides other people and shows the way. The Hermit is a shaman. So
Okay.
I would definitely say that if that card shows up, and it showed up, not if, since that card showed up in your reading, yeah, I get a confirmation there. The Hermit is a wonderful card. It's about a guru, a mentor, a shaman. So yeah, Jamar, that card, you asked me, I shuffled the cards, I cut the deck, and I pulled out card number 9, the Hermit.
Yeah. So, like, well, I guess I'll just start doing research on it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's what is it that you want to do to put you in the right direction?
Oh, well, no, I do music, so
I know we spoke about your music career. How's the music going?
it's going all right. I feel like, you know, I have different, you know, growth, and then it would be like a void, and then I would find more knowledge, and then it would be another void. It's like things would keep expanding. That's how I feel.
Well, you have to listen to that inner voice. Yeah, that inner voice can get to you. I so envy your music because I've tried, and it's hard for me to do that. But you know, we all have our field. And I know that we've spoken before about your music, and I remember reading your cards and seeing that there are good things coming to you musically. Now, shaman and music, you know, because music is a way of communicating without words. Music is a way of communicating directly into somebody's soul. That's why we talk about soul music.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you, I will give you that advice. And I pull another card, and it's the 6 of Rods, and that is the card of success and triumph and being recognized. I think you're on the right path. I know we talked about the right path for music, but as a shaman, yeah, please get some books on herbalism, get some books about herbal magic. You can also contact me at any time, and I can recommend some other books for you. You can reach me. And this goes for anybody listening, you know, anybody, you just reach me at asktarot@earthlink.net. It's Ask Tarot is one word, asktarot@earthlink.net, and I will be more than happy to guide you along in this stuff, okay?
Okay.
So take it easy, because me that you will be holding a lantern to guide others, and we'll discuss that, all right?
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Good to hear from you. Call again.
All right. All right.
Bye-bye now. Again. Yeah. I really have a soft spot in my heart for people who make music, especially people who can sing. Wow. You know, the old proverbial couldn't carry a tune in a bucket here, but I love hearing talented musicians. Gosh, it's something special. It's like the sounds of the universe. Well, we're all shuffled up, and we'll go to Patty in Colorado. Hi, Patty. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi, hello.
Hi. You can just call me Elliot, or you can just
Hi,
call
Elliot.
me.
Yeah, sorry.
You can call me Hey You. I don't
I
care, whatever
decided
you
that's
want.
what to call you.
Yeah. You just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
How are you doing? How are you doing tonight?
Thanks.
Swell. Where in
Yeah, I
Colorado
would love
are
a tarot reading or a card. Or...
you? Sure. I'll be happy to do that. Where in Colorado are you?
Well, I'm actually in Fort Collins, which is near Denver.
Fort Collins. Isn't that where the universal time clock is? I remember years ago listening to shortwave radio, and there was always this time clock that would bong, bong, and then every hour they'd say, "We're coming to you from Fort Collins, Colorado." You know, I don't know. They still do. Does anybody still know what shortwave is?
Shortwave radio? I know what that is, but I just moved here, so I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, there used to be a time clock, like the observatory would be in Fort Collins, Colorado. Anyway, we're getting way off the beaten track here. What can I look at for you?
Well, I'd like to look at love life, see if there's anything coming or what might develop.
Let's see here. I'm getting cards that indicate a difficulty in getting things started. I'm getting cards that indicate out. I'm also, gosh, I have an interest. Have you recently had a relationship that broke up?
Yes.
And because I've got a card here that is about like a loss, a defeat, but not on very good terms. You know, it's like if there was a problem in this relationship, that it's like you were the aggrieved party, is what I'm seeing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've got
true.
here. But I'm seeing that it's going to take you a while before you're ready for something else. A very interesting card I've got here is the Five of Cups. That's a card about somebody who looks at 3 cups that are spilled and is concentrating on the loss, but doesn't see the 2 cups that are still full. So I don't think that this is quite the time. Was that recently, this breakup?
It was pretty recently, yeah. It was. And I think that's over. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's over.
I'm definitely getting cards here that say it's over, but that it's still affecting you. So
it is.
So this is, you know, if you get into a relationship now, you're going to lay that on the person you get together with. So what I'm getting are cards like the Four of Swords. It says this is time for a timeout and a break. But the worst is over. I can guarantee you that. I also have a card here that underneath it all, which is fascinating. It's the Star, and that's a card of great optimism and hope. So it'll be okay. Just when the time comes, just right now, let it rest a little bit, because in the old vernacular of the blues, you got done dirt. You got treated badly. That's what I see in the cards.
I did. I really did.
You know, that Five of Swords is about a nasty defeat that wasn't fair, that wasn't good, it wasn't right. But you got to let that kind of just get out of the way, and it will. That card of the Star tells me that you will get over that. But right now, you're still that Five of Cups is telling me that you're still focused on what was done to you.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on letting that go, and the positive thing was that I did learn some good lessons from it, and if I ever see the same patterns repeating, I will be running so fast.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So, I know. I'm one of those people, I could walk into a room with 500 people in it, I can pick the one person who's going to really be bad for me. You know? It
seems like some of us have
and then
a
I
knack
can
for
at
that.
least I can say, I'm inordinately attracted to that person. That's wrong. There's something bad here. You know.
Yeah.
So the key is learning.
Yeah, the star is kind of hopeful. I hope I won't be dwelling on it for too long.
No, you won't be, but you are dwelling on it now. That's what the Five of Cups says. And you know something? If it's new, if it's more recent, there's no reason not to dwell on it, because to put it aside too soon is to deny it. And you don't want to get into that denial. You just let it work its way through. What I have here is the Two of Coins was that first card I pulled for you about juggling and getting new things started. But that's the reason that it's difficult to get them started, is because of what happened, and because you're still thinking about it, and because you're dwelling on it, but not in a morbid way, you know. I mean, you will turn around and recognize those other 2 cups that are full, because our heart is very optimistic. You'll do fine. You'll just do fine.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
But just don't push it. You know what I mean? Just let it be. Let it float, and learn the lesson that you have to learn, because it's better to learn it. And I just pulled one more card while we're talking. It's the feeling, and it's a card of happiness, and it's a card of health, and you'll be fine. That's funny, too, because I got the Star and the Sun. It's like day and night, so you're going to be well-balanced.
Oh, good. Awesome. Okay, great.
So
Thank you very much.
if you feel that you should be over it by now, don't let that bother you. There's no shoulds in these kind of things. You'll get over it when you're over it. And you'll know, too.
Yeah,
it seems and you'll know when you meet that other person, when you meet the next one, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
So it's looking good. It's just that this is a difficult time for you right now. But the outcome is hopeful.
Yeah,
the outcome is very hopeful. With the Star and the Sun, it doesn't get better than that.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks for calling. And, keep in touch. And as things develop, I will be happy to read for you again and again and again. Okay?
I will, absolutely.
Thanks
Take
for
care.
calling in. Bye-bye now. Going to shuffle them up. And yeah, Dave tells me that's WWVB in Fort Collins, Colorado, that gives out the time. The station that most radio-controlled auto-setting clocks sync to. And it's only been going on since 1962. So, I remember that. I remember hearing it, that steady bong, bong, bong on the shortwave. And then every hour they'd say, we're coming to WWVB, coming from Fort Collins, Colorado. It's amazing what you can do with a good old-fashioned shortwave radio. We're all shuffled up now, and Becky in West Covina, California is next. Hi, Becky. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
Hello. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you tonight? I can't believe I just said that again. My mind wandered. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm doing well. I feel like a machine. How are you tonight? No. I can't believe that happened. Well, we're all shopping to look at for you.
I want to know if you see me ever getting my apartment.
Getting your what?
Own apartment?
Own apartment?
Right.
Well, let me ask you this. Like out of work and you're looking for work or that kind of thing?
No, I'm retired.
Okay. The reason I ask is I got two cards here, and one is the Ace of Rods, and that's usually about the beginning of a new career. More specifically, though, to deal with your question, I have the Ten of Cups, and that's a card about happy family and home life and children and grandchildren and all kinds of good stuff, but there is a home implied in that.
Oh, yeah. Because
and I've got the Ace of... See, now, I've got two aces here for you. I've got the Ace of Rods, which is about a work thing, and I have the Ace of Cups now, which is about new stuff happening in terms of emotion and relationships and feelings, and yet they're surrounding that Ten of Cups, which is a card about happy home life. So, yeah, I do see it.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah. Well, I don't think I'd be going back to work, but if I could find something that
well, yeah,
I would.
It's not about so much like going back to work, but it's about a new career opportunity, a new chance to do something. And I just pulled another card while we're talking of the Nine of Cups. That's a card about material satisfaction and having material possessions and doing very well. So I do see that there's a great possibility for that. The Ace of Rods and the Ace of Cups tell me that there's a lot of changes coming in your life that are going to be positive, going to be very good for you, and they're going to open up whole new worlds of feeling and emotion for you.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
I think it's exciting. Yeah, and
I really need it.
Yeah, well, I
really
see it there. The thing is that it's not. I don't know how to explain this. Let me see if I can work it out. The home cups that when you get whatever this new kind of work thing is career thing, and a career, that could be just like volunteer work. That doesn't have to mean a new job. Whatever you've got coming to you in this means it's going to be very fulfilling. Means it's going to be very practical in terms of getting you things and getting you what you... And the Ten of Cups, you see all these cups, that's about the heart. That's about emotion. That's about that happy family. And I think that you're in for a rebirth in terms of the way you feel about things and what you get out of it.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
That 9 and 10 of Cups is very good, and that Ace of Cups is good. There's good...
Oh, that'd be great. I really need it. I really need it. This has been a hard year. We haven't even been through it yet.
Well, yeah, I do say, look, I just pulled another card. It's the Six of Rods. That's another rod card about career stuff, but it's about triumph, and it's about success. I do think that you have a good, successful period. You're about to end the period of not getting what you want, and you're going to enter a period that's going to give you what you want emotionally. It's going to give you what you want physically. It's going to give you whatever you need. It's going to do very well for you. I see you entering that period any day now.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, those are good cards. Thank you.
Yeah, those are very good cards. Keep an eye out on opportunities that come your way, because you've got some really, really hot cards here.
Okay, then I will. Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure. Bye-bye now. Well, that's good. It's good when the cards do that. The Ace of Cups is the most impressive cards in the deck, because the Ace of Cups, the aces are beginnings, and the cups deal with emotions. So it's the font from which all of the good emotional things spring. The cups are water, the emotions are water. The ace is the beginning. It's the onset. You can learn more stuff, as I mentioned in the show. I've got my book out, academy.org, Reverend Elliott's Magical Window, the book CD set, and you will learn it for yourself too. We're all shuffled up now, and Julie in Georgia is on next. Hi, Julie. You're on with Reverend Elliott.
Hi, Reverend Elliott. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well as well.
What can we explore? What can we look through the magical window for?
Okay, so I meditated a couple of days ago, and my spirit guide gave me a revelation. I went out yesterday, and I bumped into somebody that I bumped into like 5 times in a row.
Wow.
And I feel like, it was like by coincidence, like
no,
five times. It was crazy.
5 times is no coincidence. 5 times is real.
Well, maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it was about 3 times, but it was
okay.
back
Well,
to
3
back.
is good. 3 is good.
It was back to back.
And what is it you want to look at?
Okay, I want to know if we're meeting, if we're bumping into each other for a reason or not.
Ah, interesting. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what I can... I've never had a question quite like that. Let's see what the cards tell me. I'll shuffle them again. And, wow, let me ask you this. I've got the 6 of Cups. Is this somebody you knew years and years and years ago?
No, I happened to see him maybe two summers ago.
Because the 6 of Cups means to things coming back to you from childhood and memories. It means you're going to meet somebody from the old days. So this is newer than that, huh? Let's see. Let me shuffle it up again. I'd say just, get that person's phone number, right?
I'm scared. I mean, not scared. I'm just shy.
Well, I have the Ace of Cups, the card that I just got for the prior reading. The Ace of Cups is about the beginning of something new emotionally, very fulfilling, good. It's usually about the beginning of romance, too, if that's what you're looking for. The Ace of Cups validates that this is going to be the beginning of something good and new for you emotionally.
Okay.
So if the question is, what is the reason that you're bumping into this person? You're bumping into this person because of the Ace of Cups, because of the onset of something new emotionally for you. I wouldn't discount that 6 of Cups, though. It's interesting that they're both cups. I wouldn't discount that yet, because you may run into somebody who you knew in youth or childhood, usually childhood, not like 15 or 16, but usually somebody from childhood. You may run into somebody. Let me know if you do. But what I do see is with that Ace of Cups that you're entering a period of a whole new renaissance of emotion and good things and romance.
Now, do you see anything coming? I mean, I know you see something coming soon, but can you give me more detail or more insight?
Well, the question was, why am I running into this person? And I get the Ace of Cups. So the answer is that you're running into this person because there's an emotional attachment that you're going to have, and you're going to have an emotional relationship, and it's going to be very good.
With that person?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Unless you don't want to,
Okay,
let me put it there
No.
because no, the cards are not telling you like this will, you must obey the card. The cards are all about potentialities, and like let's say you run into some cards and the cards say, well, this person is going to cheat you, then you can say, no, this person isn't going to cheat me because I'm going to get as far away from this person as I can. But in this case, so no, the cards don't say that this is going to happen and you're finished. You must obey the cards. No, the cards don't do that. In this case, though, because of that Ace of Cups, the cards are telling me that in this meeting with this person repeatedly, that there is a potential for something new in terms of emotional involvement and romance and good stuff. If you don't want to be emotionally involved, you can run. You have a choice. It's always your choice. But what I'm seeing is that the meetings involve something good for you emotionally.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay, yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to know, because as I said, too many people think that the cards are going to tell them what must happen, but no. See, the cards are just a way of looking. The cards are just a way of seeing what the potentials are. The cards are a way of being armed with information so that you can change things. I explain all that in Here Comes a Plug, right? I explain all that in the book Reverend Elliott's Magical Window, But what I'm seeing is that you're meeting this person for a good reason, a reason that'll be good for you, and it'll be good for you emotionally. Do you feel that you need to open up emotionally a bit?
I do. I need to be more vulnerable.
Well, let's not be too vulnerable. I don't. Yeah, I know you. I don't see anything bad coming. I just see that this person can lead this person into something good. Maybe you don't want to.
Yes, that's the right word. Guarded.
Well, let me see if I can pull a card about that. Let's see what we get. Because it's definitely going to be an emotional thing. It's not like, sometimes people ask me, say, I met this person, and then I get all these cards like about money, and I say, oh, there's something coming up with that financially. But in this case, I'm getting all kinds of romantic stuff. Oh, cool. The High Priestess I've got. The High Priestess is a card about a woman with hidden knowledge and great depths that can be plumbed. I think that this may bring you something that can open you up, and you can find that inner side to you. And here, Page, I had the Ace of Cups, right? That's a beginning. That's like a potential beginning. The Page of Cups is a beginning also, but it's a practical beginning. With the aces, it's a potential. With the Page, like that, it's here. So yeah, if I get the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups in one reading for a person, and the question is about meeting somebody, I say that you're on the brink of a very interesting and profitable emotionally relationship. So go for it.
Okay.
Because you've got that Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So it looks good. It's going to be very good for you. And that High Priestess tells me that you're a person of great depth and will expand yourself with this. Don't worry about I should be more vulnerable, I should be this, I should be that. You'll become what you need to become. Just be open to what happens, okay?
I will.
And that it's looking very good. So if you keep running into this person, let me know. Call again and we'll look at the cards again, okay?
I will. No, my spirit guide actually guided me to go out, and here I go to him again because I hadn't seen him for like a whole summer. And then when I finally go out, bump into him.
Yeah, you listen to that spirit guide because I'm seeing wonderful. This is funny. Now, I got the Six of Cups again. I was just shuffling the poker. I got that Six of Cups again. I seriously think that there's something emotional. Cups are emotion, right? Six relates to things from childhood. The technical meaning is somebody from your childhood and from your past. But I think that since this came up twice now, that there's some kind of emotional attachment from your childhood that this is going to reawaken. Something you've been looking for since childhood, something you've been feeling. Take that Six of Cups very seriously. And the cups are very good. All these cards are about with cups with you. So this is going to be a very good emotional experience for you. And it's going to give you something you've been hoping for since you're a little girl.
Wow. Okay. I feel great about this.
I'm glad you do because these cards are excellent. These cards are really, really good. Keep us posted, okay? I've got to go to a break now, but
I will.
I'm here every Wednesday on the Ask One Radio Network at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific. And if you need to get in touch with me, you can contact me through magic-works.com. It's magic spelled with a K at the end, M-A-G-I-C-K. It's the old-fashioned way. It's magic-works.com. There's a link there to contact me. And we can look at a few cards anytime, okay?
Thank you so much, Reverend Elliot. I'll be in contact with you.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I look forward to hearing from you. Now, we're going to go to a break now. This is Reverend Elliot coming to you live from the heart of New York City as we pull back the magical, the curtain on the magical window of the tarot. We're going to cut for a break, and I will see you all on the other side, and we'll continue looking at the cards. See you then.
The S1 Radio Network.
Like us on Facebook. Surf to facebook.com/psychic radio.
We just wanted to send a big radio hug out for you.
Facebook.com/psychic radio. A1R Psychic Radio keeps you connected at radio.com.
Psychic Faces.
PsychicFaces.com.
PsychicFaces.com.
A social networking site for anyone who is into the psychic or metaphysical. The world's best psychics and metaphysical experts have been identified.
Psychic Faces.
And you can connect with them for free.
We're 100% free.
By creating your own Psychic Faces profile.
This is no promotional offer.
Whether you're psychic or not, create a profile and connect with the very best the web has to offer for free. Yes, I said free. Surf to psychicfaces.com and sign up. It's easy and takes less than 10 seconds. If you are a psychic or ever wanted to connect with a psychic for free, here is your chance. Psychic Faces. You'll even get a cool personalized web address, email, and more. Always easy and PsychicFaces.com. Yes, that's exactly what I said. PsychicFaces.com. That's PsychicFaces.com.
PsychicFaces.com.
Though very similar, PsychicFaces.com is not affiliated with MySpace or Facebook.
A1R.
A1R. A1R.
A1R.
A1R. A1R.
A1R.
A1R. The Ask One Radio Network.
Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, live from magic-works.com, exclusively on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
And we're shuffling up the cards. This is Reverend Elliot coming to you live from the heart of New York City on the Ask One Radio Network as we take our weekly look through the magical window of the tarot so that we can see what's going on in our lives, what other people are doing, what people are saying about us, what's coming in our future, all kinds of stuff. It's really thrilling to look through the cards. I'm going to take a moment to let everybody know, I'm proud to announce that if you go to mojoacademy.org, the multimedia event of the year. Well, okay, that's a little exaggeration, but the multimedia event of the week, I don't know. It's Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, the book. It's a 178-page book about tarot, and it comes with a CD of actual tarot readings. It can help you learn how to read the cards yourselves. This is not one of those books that tells you this card means that. You must follow this. You must memorize that. No. This is far deeper than that, which is why I subtitled the book A Metaphysical Journey, a Tarot Journey. I've been reading tarot cards and studying tarot cards since the mid-1980s, which, of course, is before a lot of you were even born. And I decided to put my experiences together in a book since I started doing this show. And I remember thinking, what can I call the book? What can I call it? What can I call it? And then I realized, yeah, dummy, that's the name of the show, Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. So that book is out now. It's available through Amazon.com. Take a look at magic-works.com has a link to it also, but mojoacademy.org, because it's published by Mojo Brothers Books, and it's for sale through Amazon.com. And I think it's a wonderful book about the tarot, and those of you who listen to me and know me can It's a freewheeling book. It's written with a funny book. I think there's some laughs in it, too. It's a good way to learn things. And you find that book at Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon and look for Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, which is a book with it comes with a compact disc that you can just slide into your CD player. You can burn it into your MP3 player and take it with you, and you can listen to some readings. There are some readings I write about in the book, and you'll hear them on the disc. You'll actually hear the reading, so you can see how to do the cards yourself. And that's a wonderful thing. And one of the things, I think the only thing I enjoy more than reading tarot for people learn how to do it for themselves. And that's why I wrote Magical Window. And it just get over to mojoacademy.org and take a look at it. There's loads of books there that can help you and change your life and help you grow and expand. And there's more coming all the time. But the new one just out this week is Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. Well, we're all shuffled up now, and Debbie in Kentucky is on. Hi, Debbie. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I was supposed to get to the Kentucky Derby a few years ago, but I never got down there.
Well, maybe you can make it next year.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the very funny thing was maybe about 10, 12 years ago, a friend of mine from Maine was passed through New York City, where I am, on his way to the Kentucky Derby, and I wanted to know if I'd get on in the car and go with him. And then the car was a VW bus that he bought from Stephen King up in Maine. He bought it from Stephen King on Friday the 13th. And I said, no, I'm not getting in that. Not going to happen. So that was the closest I came to going to the Kentucky. Well, actually, the closest I ever came was a whole bunch of mint juleps, but that's a different story. What can I look at for you tonight, Debbie?
Well, I wanted to see if there was anything like positive coming to me, like promotions in my job or a move.
I'm seeing, and this is interesting because I have several cards that point to this, and I got them and I shuffled it and I got them again. What I'm seeing is that you're in a period of transition now. That you're in a period of not stagnation really, but a period where nothing is really happening because you're getting ready for something to happen later. Okay, so don't expect any big changes in your life in the near future. Let me just shuffle and see if I can be a little more specific about that. What I'm seeing is, I got it again. This is like the third time now. I got the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is a card about resting and taking a break and letting things develop. I got that 3 times for you now, and that's pretty odd when that happens. That's like a card jumping out at you. So don't sweat it now. Don't think that you oughta, should, maybe, possibly somewhere else right now. Right now, you're in a period of waiting. That'll pay off for you. That will definitely pay off for you. Now, if you want to know when that period is over, just drop me a line anytime, and I'll be happy to pull out some cards for you. You can contact me directly at asktarot@earthlink.net. And no charge for it. Just say, at Kentucky, we spoke about the Kentucky Derby, and you said that I was in a period of waiting. The period is like, I'll be more than happy to read some cards and read them for you, no charge at all. Okay? Because you're in a period right now of transition. That period is a period of waiting. And I know that can be awfully frustrating. Believe me, I know that can be very frustrating. Right now, all the cards I'm pulling are showing that this is a period of just waiting for this to start happening. Okay.
What is your web address again?
AskTarot@earthlink.net. It's Ask Tarot is one word. And you can always find me through Ask One Radio. Just click on my face there, and that thing when my face shows up, you can find my website. But the direct email is asktarot@earthlink.net. But I want you to stay in touch, and we'll see what we can do to stimulate this. But right now, you're in a period of waiting. Now, let me tell you something else, because I've got an interesting card here. You don't have to go into any details in front of all of the people who are listening now, but I'm seeing that there were some rough times for you, and the cards are telling me that the worst is over, okay? The worst is over.
I must go through my divorce.
Does that mean anything to you? I mean, you've been through some bad times lately?
When I went through my divorce, Yeah,
Oh.
it was a really rough period.
That was the next question I was going to ask you about, if there had been a divorce, because what I've got here is a card, the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords shows a heart that's pierced with swords and the clouds are raining. And it's usually, if this card were applied to a nation, it would mean civil war. So it's a card of upheaval domestically. It's a card about divorce. But that's immediately followed by the Ten of Swords, which is that the worst is over. Okay, so I think you're going to come out of this. You're going to do. In fact, the next card I have is the Ten of Cups. I had that earlier for somebody. So I want you to pay attention to this because it's important. We go from the Three of Swords, which is that divorce, to the Ten of Swords, which is another dark card, but it means that the worst is over, followed by one of the happiest cards in the deck, the Ten of Cups. So you're headed for a very good time.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that divorce, but and the heartbreak. I see the heartbreak in the cards, but all I can tell you is that it's good news. I'm glad to tell you that the Ten of Swords tells me that the worst is over. Okay, so you're heading towards good times now. It's just going to take a little time to get there. That's all. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Elliot.
My pleasure. I'll be happy.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye. Now we're going to shuffle them up. See, that's what I like about tarot. See, when people say to me, I had an email who wanted me to look at their cards and said, well, geez, she was kind of afraid of getting bad news. I said, I've never had bad news for anybody with tarot reading. It may not be what you want to hear, but it's not bad because you can do something about it. Like if the cards say, well, this relationship is going to be a disaster and you're going to be fighting all the time, then you know that you got to be prepared for that kind of a relationship. There are no bad readings. Just because it isn't what we want to hear doesn't mean it's a bad reading. We're all shuffled up now, and I can't believe we're sliding around to the last quarter of the show. Marianne in Toronto is on next. Hi, Marianne.
Hi.
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well. What can I look at for you?
If you can provide me with a general sense of direction, what do you see?
Direction? Well, let's see, it'd be nice if you narrowed it down a little, but something you don't have to. As I explain in my new tarot book, some of my favorite readings are the ones where I have almost no information. So let's see what we get. Well, I'm seeing the tower struck by lightning. That tells me you're in a period where there's big changes coming in your life. Seven of Rods tells me that you're able to handle those changes. The Ace of Swords tells me that you're entering a period where you're going to start seeing things differently. There's going to be a big change in the way you think. There's a big change in the way you do things. It's going to come suddenly. It's going to come soon also.
Okay.
So if you've been wondering about where things are heading in your life, I just see big positive changes coming.
Okay. Is it work related? Is it relationship related?
It's everything related. It's going to be everything. And I can tell you this, that it's going to be very successful and good for you. The card, the Six of Rods tells me that that's a card of success and people seeing you. It's a triumph more than success. It's a visible triumph. And the King of Cups tells me that if you've felt the need to get a handle on your emotions, this is it. You're going to come to terms with it and you're going to master your emotions. You're going to enter a good period with that. The Lovers is a card here that tells me, and the Three of Cups, I see a new relationship coming for you.
When?
Really soon. Really soon. I mean, like that, I think. Look for that tower struck by lightning. There's going to be something sudden happening in your life that's going to change things. You're going to be prepared for it. You're going to be able to handle it. You're going to think about things differently. It's going to be triumphant. You're going to be able to take control of your emotions. And then, here's the key, a new relationship is coming through your friends. You're going to meet somebody through your friends And it's not going to be like running into a stranger. It's not going to be one of these some enchanted evening things, You're going to meet somebody through your friends, through people you already know. And you will you will have an interesting and good relationship there. The cards are telling me also that you've got a new stream of money coming. So things are going to change for you emotionally, intellectually, and financially. And they're changing for the better.
Okay.
That's exciting. That's like real exciting stuff.
Well, that's what I needed to hear.
Well, that's what the cards show. So keep in touch, and we'll see as it develops. But again, that tower struck by lightning tells me that, like that, something is going to happen. It's going to change, and it's going to change your life, and it's going to change it really for the better. And the 7 of rods tells me that it's a change you've been waiting for. You've been ready for this all your life, and you can handle it. Okay.
Thanks very much.
My pleasure. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Let's see if we can squeeze in a reading or two more. Let me shuffle them up. It's Reverend Elliott coming to you on the Ask One Radio Network. I love doing these readings. The thing is, I've missed the last 2 shows because I had this really nasty flu that's going around. I sure hope you didn't get it, but it was awful. So I usually take some more time to talk about what I do in terms of the occult and the esoteric work. But I feel like I got to make up for lost time. I got to get as many readings as I can in. So we're all shuffled up, and Christina in Baltimore is on next. Hi, Christina. You're on with Reverend Elliott.
Yes,
Oops, sorry, I just dropped my watch. How you doing tonight?
I'm good.
What can I look at for you?
Financial things.
Financial, yeah, that's a biggie these days. Okay, I've got cards. I've got good cards. I got very hopeful cards. If you're having financial problems now, the cards I have are very optimistic. The cards are showing that there's success, there's mastery. However, there's a situation you're involved in now. You don't have to go into any details, for everyone listening here, but I'm seeing that there's a situation that you're involved in now that you want to get away from. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, then the cards are saying that if you get away from that situation, it'll be very successful for you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the root of it. Other than that, the cards are very optimistic. The cards are very positive. You have a lot of ideas. I see that in the 7 of Cups. I see that in the Emperor, that you can take control of things. But what I've got here is specifically the 8 of Cups followed by the World, which is success. So the 8 of Cups is telling me that there's something that you're considering leaving, a situation you want to, and when you do, it's well for you. Okay, so consider it. I'm not saying, don't say, well, the cards told me to do it, so I must. I'm just saying that consider it. Okay?
Right.
Okay, and again, you don't have to go into any details in front of the hundreds of thousands of people listening right now. I'm just, as you said, there is something you're considering, and it's worth considering because there's success after that. Once you walk away, once you can wrap that up, once you can end that, you can find really, really good success. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Anything
you.
else you want to look at?
My health.
Health, okay. Now, I've got to tell you, if you have any question about your health, see a doctor.
Right.
Okay. But let's see what we've got here. Nope. All positive cards. All good positive cards here. I'm not seeing any health issues. But still, if you're concerned, if you think, if there's that question and something's a doctor, have them verify it. But nope, I've got nothing but here. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. And look forward to that change that you're thinking about making. Keep considering it because you're on the right track. There's a situation, as I mentioned, you don't have to get into details. There's a situation that's not good for you that you're thinking of getting away from, and I think you should give that serious consideration. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye now. Well, wow, I can't believe how fast that time has gone. The show is coming to an end. We're wrapping it up now. This is Reverend Elliot coming to you on the Ask One Radio Network, coming to you every Wednesday night at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific. If you want to know more about what I do, how the occult practices, the esoteric arts, and we can work for you and help you, just remember, the definition of magic that most applies is causing change to occur in the universe in conformity with your will. In other words, getting what you want. And that's what magic is. And people have been doing it for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing it too. Go over to magic-work.com. Go to magic-work, scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see a wonderful ad from the 1930s from a magic book that says, don't envy the successful person, be one. How magic can do that. It's a wonderful magic is about. I assure you that your friends and neighbors are doing it. They may not be telling you, but they're doing it. And there's no reason that you shouldn't be doing it too. If you're interested in learning about reading tarot cards for yourself, as I've been sprinkling throughout the show tonight, you can go to .org and Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, the book in CD set that's got loads of information about tarot. Took me, about a year and a half to write this book, and it's got all kinds of stuff based on my experiences with the tarot, and it gives you some great insight. It's called Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, just like this show, and you'll find it at Amazon.com, and the link to that is either directly from Amazon or you can go to mojoacademy.org. And if you didn't get a chance to get through and talk to me tonight, if you want to have a free consultation about something that's on your mind that you think that magic might be able to help you with, contact me at asktarot@earthlink.net. I usually charge for consultations, but that's just to keep away the people who aren't serious. If you're listening to Ask One Radio, well, then I know that you're serious. So I always waive that fee for the people who listen to Ask One, and I'll give you a free mini reading as a consultation. We'll see what we can do. And the funny thing is, most times, easily 99 times out of 100, you don't even need to go any further than that. Those free mini readings just clear up the situation. Sometimes people say, well, geez, I'm sorry, I don't need to pay you for a reading. It's, well, I don't want you to pay me for a reading because you got the answer you needed. And readings can be had at just contact me at earthlink.net. So this is Reverend Elliot coming to you on the Ask One Radio Network, and I'm here, as I said, every Wednesday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific. You can find me on Reverend Elliot's Tarot consultation page. You can like that and find out about offers, discounts on books, like that. And hey, I'm just glad to be back. It was just killing me that I missed the last two shows because of that flu. But a little teeny thing like a virus that you need an electron microscope to see, bang, knocked me out like that. Well, I'm back, and I'll be here with you next week as we look through the magical window of the till then, please go to mojoacademy.org and take a look at that selection of books there, because the book that will change your life is there waiting for you. Among them, Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, the Tarot Multimedia book. I will see you again next week on the Ask One Radio Network. Bye-bye now.